member of Springfield?
I'm the oldest in Springfield, Falkland, Ridge, Lake Pleasant.
Is that right?
Yes.
So now, how
I'm
you're
93. I'll be 94 on my birthday.
Isn't that something? You live here by yourself?
Yeah, well, the girls, they always, my daughters live here.
Yeah.
Always when I'm coming, if they can't come and stay overnight, they come and take me to their place.
Yeah. So you're never alone.
I said that I don't like to stay a long nights, but, you know.
Yeah.
But,
And you do your own work?
Oh, yes. Yes, I'm able to do that. I'm able to look after myself so far.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah. So you've been here, you really came here, you said when you were married?
No, we moved here, the family. The youngest one was about 7, 8 years old. We moved up here in 1940, when the war.
I see.
After my son was called in church, they had where he was wounded overseas.
Oh, that's
And,
yeah.
And so we moved up here in 1940.
From Hanford. Yeah. Well, now, was this house?
You're copying it now?
What? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God. Don't ask someone like this.
No. Now, was this house was a lot older than 1940, though,
Oh,
isn't it?
this house, the house that used to be here was a double house. And it was 2 families lived into it. It used to be another basement with a well in.
Oh,
And
I see.
anyway, the people that was in, it was Berkeley mailmen, so they lived in here. And her baby, Betty, was born, and they had to get the house caught fire, and they had to carry her out in the mattress and the baby. And then they bought this house from somebody down in Springfield, from somebody down Lake Pleasant. They cut it in 2 and brought it up here, and that's this house up here. So the house isn't really so old. I asked Mrs. Charlton how old it would be. She could remember when it was built. She said it was about 65 years old.
Oh, yeah, so it's not as old.
So,
Yeah. Wow.
But then we built up piece on, and we built a piece on here.
Yeah. So how many children did you have?
7, 2 boys and 5 girls. And they're all wonderful.
Yeah. Yes, your girls really are. They really look after you. You're good company, aren't they?
Yes, I've been lucky.
Yes. Yeah. That's really great. So when did you start writing poetry?
From the time I was a kid, I guess, but I never used to keep them. I never copied them. I thought I could always remember everything. I'd make them up, then I'd play the organ and pick them, just by ear on the organ. It was fun. And I thought I always could remember it.
Yeah.
But you get older, you can't hear.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you can't see and you can't hear. I have to be watching anybody's face to know what they're saying.
Oh, I see. Is that because of your cataracts, or?
Well, it's from the operations I had. I had
All those operations in your head?
Yes, I had 10 operations on my head.
You've had some really special experience.
With my eye operation on both of my eyes, I had between 26 and 27 operations I had knocked out. I had a cancer too. And different, Dr. Laurie did it. This gland here was cancer, and he removed that gland.
Oh, it's really amazing how the Lord's brought you through all that.
Well, I guess it, and people, has certain time to live, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yes.
Yes. It's really amazing. Yeah. Yeah, get back to your poems. Have you got some poems that you wrote from, would you read for some special ones, your favorite ones?
You can look at the book and read them.
Yeah, well, you read. It's better if you read them.
Oh, no. No, you wouldn't.
Some ones that would be, maybe from way back when you were, do you have ones from way back when you first started writing?
Oh, no, I never saved them.
Never saved those?
One I did get when the First World War, I wrote one, and it come out in the papers. I didn't tell anyone I wrote. I sent it into a contest.
Is that right?
And it came out in the papers. And
Do you have that one there?
I have it around here somewhere. I don't know where it is now.
Yeah.
But you could read these.
Oh, I just...
One.
Yeah.
My life belongs to Jesus. If your burden is too heavy and very hard to bear, go have a talk with Jesus and you'll find who is there. I gave my life to Jesus. I sought him in my prayers. I felt my burdens fall from me, knowing Jesus, my God, was there. My life belongs to Jesus. He taught me how to pray, to follow his commandments, as the Bible plainly says. My life belongs to Jesus. He walks with me every day. He eases all my heartaches. He's with me all the way. Go have a talk with Jesus. He'll answer all your prayers. It may not be answered your way, but you'll find Jesus is there.
That's a beautiful, beautiful poem.
Thanks very much.
They're all beautiful. You said one, my father, Footsteps of My Father, or
Pen?
the one, My Father?
I can tell you about this cloud.
Yeah.
And you haven't got that cloud. You had it you ever saw. And it was a long, and then there was a real dark cloud above it. I never saw it since, and I didn't see it before. And I thought, oh, well, why not write something about it? So I wrote about it.
Is that one, Footsteps of Dead?
Pardon?
Is that the one?
No.
Up with the cloud.
Which one is that?
Silver white cloud? There's a silver, bright white cloud floating along in the blue, blue sky, and a dark cloud floating beside it, way up there in the blue, blue sky. The clouds have nothing to hold them by. There's a silver, bright white cloud floating along in the blue, blue sky, and a dark cloud hovering over it. Watch, and you see the white cloud. Don't let the dark cloud cover it. Be like the silver, bright white cloud. Keep the dark clouds from your heart. Smile, pray, and the dark clouds will depart, leaving a song from your heart, while watching the dark clouds depart. Silver white clouds shut out the dark while floating along beside them, and letting the sun shine through. Smile, as you do, as the white cloud, silver clouds smile, and let your love shine through. Yes, that is lovely. We should all do that. Yes, my. You must have 100.
Shut this
off. Okay, just press the red button. That's the dead right there. Yeah. Following in the footsteps. Yeah.
Following in the footsteps of his dad.
Yeah.
Doing the things like his daddy did. He was up at dawn at the break of day, following in the footsteps of his dad.
Yeah. What means so much to a little lad who tries to follow in the footsteps of his dad? Watching and imitating Dad, every move, saying and doing the things like Daddies do. Following in the footsteps of his dad, doing the things like his daddy did. He was up at dawn at the break of day, following his daddy and getting in Dad's way. What does he
do?
He's a grown-up lad.
Mm-hmm.
Should he try to follow in the footsteps of Dad? But whatever he does or whatever he has, he'll never forget the footsteps of his dad. Isn't that nice?
You like it?
Yes.
You like to? You show me how you read it?
Yeah. Okay. I just put it on there.
Oh, you read on that?
Yeah, and I just put it on here. Yeah. Jesus, lead me. Jesus, like a shepherd, lead me. Let me hold your hand. Let me feel your presence near me, and I'll follow your commands. Jesus, like a shepherd, lead me. Don't let me go astray, for I need your love and guidance, and I'll follow without fail. Jesus, like a shepherd, lead me. In my prayers I pray. May I follow you, dear Jesus, and never, never go astray. Jesus, like a shepherd, lead me. Let me hold your hand. Let me feel your presence near me, and I'll follow your commands. That is beautiful. So you wrote these over, that's one that Ines, you say, is her favorite?
Pardon?
You say this is the one that is Ines' favorite?
Jesus, this one she likes. I was so lonely, I was so afraid. I turned to Jesus and I prayed. Jesus heard my prayers. He said to me, come on to me and be not afraid. Yes, Jesus came into my life today. Jesus came into my life to stay. That's to call There's so much trouble in the world today. If your burden is heavy, don't forget to pray. Go talk to Jesus and to him say, "Come, Jesus, come into my life today." And then you have the cause. And you'll feel so much better in this world below, knowing Jesus is with you. You are not alone. I prayed to Jesus, and he heard my call. He whispered softly, "I am over all." That's when I...
Beautiful. And when would you have written those over the years? Did you write those hymns?
Oh, yes, I've been writing ever since then. But these I just started copying them down since 1941.
Is that right?
I wrote them down.
Yeah. Did you ever wake up in the night and think of one and then not write it down in the morning? You forget about it?
Yes, that has happened. A lot of them came to me that night. I said, after this, I'm going to take a book. And when in the night, I'm going to write. It was one real nice one. I thought of it would have come to me in the night. Was Matthew, when graduated. Yeah. I think, he's my great-grandson. He's a wonderful boy. And I thought, Matthew, how he'd saying goodbye to his pals, how it is when they said, school is over and they're leaving all their friends. Yeah. And I thought, I'll surely remember that in the morning. And in the morning, I couldn't get no more, and I never could sense.
Is there?
Never come back to me.
Yeah. So you're, Matthew, who is...
That's Lorna's boy, Inez's grandson.
Oh, I see. So this would be your great-grandson?
Yes, my great-grandson.
So do you have any great-grandchildren?
Yes, yeah, 5 generations or so. I don't know how many great-great-grandchildren.
Is that right?
I'm getting so great in my old age.
So you have 7 children, and how many grandchildren?
Well, I had 20 grandchildren, but I can't tell you how many great-grandchildren. I think it was 36 or 39. I'm not sure. I can't remember all their names, and then there's the great-great-grandchildren. 5 generations. They bring their babies here and they want to take pictures of 5 generations.
Yes, that is something great. Wow. Well, most of your daughters live right around here, quite handy.
Oh yes, all live right handy.
Yeah.
Nazar and Ines and Ruth and Vivian and the girl.
Yeah. Now, have any of them inherited your poetic? None of them.
No. But there's Ruth. She could play any musical instrument by ear, that she got her fingers on. Mm-hmm. And that is the same way. And so was Teddy, Broly, my oldest son, the one that was in service. And when I found out that that Ruth could play, she's the oldest, that she could like music, so I bought her. She liked, her father always liked violin music, so I bought her one. And the first thing I knew, I never knew that Roland, was like me. So first thing I heard him playing it. Well, I said to Rolly, I said, if you like one, I'll get you a violin. Well, them two, they could play anything. They could be them all on television. They could play, I don't know how they remember. If they ever heard peace, they knew. And they could play, they used to do that fun, over the head, and they play, behind the back, and they play, and they kept in tune. They kept in tune.
And in step in the tune, and everything. Is that right?
And I couldn't. It was not there. But they could play anything kind of musical instrument they got to play.
Now, does she still play?
Ruth don't know. Yeah.
She does beautiful quilt work.
She can play. She's another one that could play any instrument.
Is that right?
Yeah. She played the organ. She played after I didn't play it in church, or she played in church.
So you used to play the organ. You played the organ in church, did you?
Yes.
Oh, down here at Lake Pleasant?
Mm-hmm. We used to have them up here. Maybe I shouldn't say this, but you won't.
With the church in Springfield, but now there was a church back here.
It was the old schoolhouse, and they used to have church into it, and they used to have Sunday school, and we always had it was always filled. They'd come back from Springfield, and people, and the young people all went. And I had the young people, I thought, well, I said to them if they'd come up through the week one day, I'd play the organ and help them learn the hymns and sing.
Yeah.
And you know, we had some of the best singers in that. The young people come, you wouldn't believe it.
Is that right?
And the sing boys, they had one girl. Was could she ever sing alto? Oh, she was lovely.
Right?
But
Who
they
was that?
was all wonderful.
Yeah, who was that?
I can't remember the
Yeah.
name now. All I know, she was belonged to Clarence Fowler's daughter.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But his father, he was a wonderful singer. They was also.
So they all went to
good
church.
singers.
Clarence and all them, they all went to church.
They had all good singers. There was
Yeah.
Harry Wilde and Mr. Sproul. And then there used to be some from Springfield and Lamont St. My, he had the loveliest voice
Is
you ever
that
heard in a
right?
man.
Is that right? So they all used to go to church back then?
Oh, yes, we always had a nice bit. The church, well, it would be filled.
Is that right? Now, when did they stop having services out here?
Huh?
When did they stop having services?
Oh, well, after I stopped, that I was had my head after I had so many operations and like that, and I stopped. Then my daughter Netta played, and then I don't know.
Stopped having services back here, and then before they stopped, there would be the minister at Springfield, and he would preach at Springfield and Falkland Ridge and Lake Pleasant.
Yes.
Would he come back here the same
Yes.
Sunday as Springfield?
Mm-hmm.
The afternoon or evening service?
In the afternoon, he always come back here.
I see. And then they stopped having services here. Well, did the people from here then go up to Springfield? Or some did and some didn't?
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's too bad.
You're not talking.
Yeah, here, I'll...
Being a friend I knew all my life.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, he certainly likes to come back here. And this week is rushed with moving, but he said, one place I've got to go. I want to go back and see Rachel Veinot.
Oh, that was
You
nice.
know, you're
Would you
very
care
special
for a cup
to him.
of coffee or tea or something?
Okay, after, yeah, I wanted to come back
Yes.
here too.
The young people all went. It was amazing. It
Now,
was great.
there are people still who go to church back here, but not that many. Not like
that
it
many
used to
more.
be.
No, the older ones, you know, at my generation, they're all gone. And then there's to say the next generation, you see.
Pleasant now as they were.
Is then yes, there's a lot of people. They tell me it's 21 London.
But it's more summer people then, not people for all year
No,
round.
not the people from no. It isn't.
Is
well,
it
the older people that used to, they're gone.
Yeah, I noticed some homes are vacant
Yeah.
and empty, so there wouldn't be maybe as many homes in
Well,
now for all year round as there used to be.
not like it used to be now, because they grew up and married and gone away. I had Gerald and they lived right over there, and my granddaughter Gail and Randy. They're wonderful. Their children's grown up and gone, but they had they had three girls. That the boy died when he was a baby.
Yeah.
But they had a wonderful family. I said that I always tell Randy he'd be proud of his girls.
Yeah.
And Randy and Gail are so good to me. All I have to do is if I just call him up and say, Randy, I want something. He says, give me trouble, Granny.
Yeah.
Boys, he says, wait till I get dressed.
Is that right?
Oh, he's wonderful. But you can ask me that.
That's great.
Oh, they liked me, but they said to me, what will I call you? I said, call me Grammy. Everybody else does.
Yeah.
And they all call me Grammy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like children.
Yeah.
I always did love children, and I always, well, when I'm with them, I talk, children talk with them.
Yeah.
And same way with the younger people when they come back and when they want to find out things when this happened, when that happened, like when the phone was put in, when the road was built and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then they said, Matthew said, it was a young fellow. I was peace and love, but the two of them, they come in, couldn't have been nicer gentlemen. They'd say what they like about the young people. I find them all so nice.
Mm-hmm.
And they come in, and Matthew said, well, Granny, would you mind if we asked you some questions? This other fellow had to write an essay for in school. You're not copying that.
What? Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh, I'm shut up.
No. So I want to find out about the school, the roads here. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I said enough.
Is that right? Well, I was going to ask.
Anyway,
So they
young
make
people are wonderful.
Yeah, I think they are too. I really think that we don't appreciate them enough. Well, I was going to ask about he was mentioning about the roads, so that's why I put this on, because I wanted to find out about the roads. Was the road always through to Springfield like it is here now?
No, the road from Bridgewater to Springfield was built in 1949 and 1950. I know when I was having my operation in 1949 from Bridgewater up, the roads was bad.
Mm-hmm.
But then they built them, it was about 1950 when they built them in Bridgewater, Germany. And when they built the road back here, that was 1979.
Oh, back from Springfield back.
From Springfield back here.
Well, where did they go from here? I mean, where did they?
Well, it was just a mud road, a dirt road.
Oh, I see. Well, there's this road back there at the end of Lake Pleasant. Did they use that? There's a road that keeps on going here at Lake Pleasant.
Oh, it used to go right down to Simpson's Corner.
Yes.
No, I wish they would have kept that road open.
When did that close up, that road?
Well, they can come up through with a three-wheeler or a truck or something like that, but it's true. I wish they would have always kept it open, but they didn't.
But they used to travel that road, did they?
Oh, yes.
Back in the 40s, did they? Or did they do it, travel back in the 40s, 1940s? Did they travel that?
Well, that was, yes, they traveled it then.
Yeah.
Because we'd come up here in 1941, we'd come up through that way. You could go down through it. Yeah. I don't know, it's just gonna, the government just didn't want to keep it up, I guess.
What did they do for fun? I mean, of course, before they had televisions and stuff like that. Like, what was there? There's a lake out here. I mean, it's beautiful. Did they, for the evenings, you were mentioning they'd come in and they'd sing at the organ and stuff like that?
They always, well, in the winter it was skating and, like that, and coasting. They'd coast down over the hill and up on the lake. Mm-hmm. And summer it's always swimming. They always used to have, going swimming down there. That's why I like that. The reason we bought this place up here was because it was close to the lake. Yeah,
you like to swim?
Not like water. I'd like to swim and skate. I could skate.
Yeah. I like both swimming and skating.
And when I was younger, what they used to do generally every Sunday, well, not since I'm up here, but when I lived where I lived, when I was younger, growing up, we always went to Sunday school and to church, and our parents seen to that. And in the evening, almost everybody around, would have an organ. Mm-hmm. And always, it was always somebody in the family that could play. Mm-hmm. Well, they used to have this every Sunday evening. We'd go and have a hymn sing.
Is that right?
And it was so nice. And, all of them, the young people would join in singing. And then we used to take turns. I'd play a few pieces. Somebody else would play a few hymns. And they would all sing. It was wonderful. Yeah. They don't do that no more. They don't have the young people coming in the homes. I did personally. I'd come up here. I said, I knew where my children was, and I knew what was going on. So I said, bring your friends home. So they always had the young people always come.
Kids sit around and sing, have your hymns like we.
No.
Older people, we find, really like to have hymn sing.
It would be very nice if they would have a hymn sing, Sunday
in the homes. Yeah. We've had quite a few since we've been here. Mostly over at East Delhousie, and have a night that everybody, our Sunday nights over there, and everybody really liked them. Yeah. And I think we had one or two here at Springfield on Sunday nights, just having the hymn sing. So everybody really liked them. Yeah. Well, I'm going to.
It was nice when they meet together like that.
Yes. Well, I'm going to have to go, so I'm going to turn this off.
You didn't copy all this.
No, but I want to really thank you for all the sharing with us, and I hope that we'll be around to see your 100th birthday.
Oh no, don't wish me that.
Well, you've got good health.
I'm getting so, well, my eyes, I can't see to read like I like to read or crochet and do things like that. But I'm lucky I can see it all. Mm. And I'm getting so that I, it's awful to go in somewhere and company comes in, you don't know what they're saying.
Yeah.
And the talk to the table, and I don't know what thing. I can follow there's some people you can follow their lips better.
Yeah. So you're looking forward to going home to be with the Lord then?
It'd be a blessing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's a good way to feel that way. That we don't.
Oh, I don't think anybody ever has to be afraid to die.
Yeah.
I had that there one time when I had an operation. It seems unreal, but I wasn't like it. My body wasn't like it. It was a nice look. I had a nice shaped body. It wasn't as big as I am now, but I had a nice shaped body, and I could look through it. And I was up over watching overhead over the doctors. They didn't know, my spirit had left me, but it was, overhead. And I watched them doctors, what all they was doing, trying to get life into me, and it didn't seem like it was me they was doing it to. I was watching. Finally, one doctor said to the specialist, he said, "What more can we do?" The specialist said, "There isn't a thing more we can do but pray." And I seen them, he said, then they started to pray. I seen the specialist roll his eyes up and look up like that and started to pray. With that, then I went through this big tunnel.
Isn't that something?
Yes, and I was never so homesick in all my life as after I come out of that operation and I had to be back here on earth.
Is that right?
I was so homesick, it was such a wonderful peace where I was going.
Well, that's what Mom said. She said, "I'm never afraid to die." Then she said, she's afraid of pain because she said, "I've got a low pain threshold. And I could die easy in my sleep."
That's the way I hope I do.
Yeah.
Well, you're no trouble to anybody then.
No. Where I was just this is back at Rachel Veinot's, where I was just and this is looking over Springfield in the distance. This is Lake Pleasant. It's been a lovely afternoon. About it?